I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to you. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. Gotta move that machine. Just need... Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We still got a lot of ground. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my... Move that... You'll be testing your machine's combat. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attack. Not pulling any punches. Now grab that second machine. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Rotate that machine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time. but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Don't be a stranger.
Hey, Milda. Milda. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special group. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people
Oh, yeah. But the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, no trouble. Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. So I got myself out. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially... But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature... I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin, even if I already had the right ingredient, unless you can source me a temporary...
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and that'll do. As for the griddle, until I can have a new one, you'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. Don't worry, I'll clean it. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf, assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your
Thanks, Mildif.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around.
If you say so.
About that. What did you...
A corrugate I can use in... I'll clean it first. And then I can...
I already got enough meat and bitter leaf. Just need to grab a metal panel for a scrounger pot.
Same side here, Aloy. The bristleback threaten us all.
Oh, drop the act. We all know it was the Carja who let the bristlebacks into the valley. Sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light.
That is...
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics. Ulvund Freeholder. So, what could have dragged you? Smudge of a settlement. Your saviorly attention must...
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need...
Ah, the bristleback. Up to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take... Well... Best get to it, hey?
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of...
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fan when my fellow laborer intimidated and taken...
How noble of you.
Noble. Ha! Nobody handed me anything or everything I've achieved.
And where is the...
The burden. The Carja risk nothing. While demanding, someone had to step up and say no.
You ordered the...
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not so. Until the Carja clean up their mess, I'm not risking...
Fair deal.
It's not mine. It's on behalf of who do all the back-breaking work, while all we're asking for is the ability to for a land worked by the...
Right.
Only an amount appropriate to my
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle. But with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent...
I'm going to clear out the bristle. And when I'm done...
If that's what it takes.
Just be ready to blow...
Eyes up here, sister!
Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern. What happened to you?
That damn mine won't be the last injury if Ulvund keeps showing this tongue.
What mine?
Northeast to Chain Scrape. I told Corvin we should but...
How about you slow down? I could check in on your crew.
Am I lost, or am I exactly where I'm meant to?
Again!
Take it easy, okay? Anyone see
Come on, anyone!
I dare you.
Ah, Savior! Over here! Savior, and my condolences that you had to endure.
I've dealt with worse.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he's, the more support he'll get for his damned consent.
How did the bristleback...
No one knows for sure. But unless they have wings, I don't know. I don't see how they could have come over them.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is, look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can all help me shut up.
What is this concession decree that old...
He wants the Sundom to designate only the portions, mind you, that...
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Hence, why and why no matter...
How did...
I asked for the post overseeing the entire... It was an honor.
But your job would be a lot easier, like Ulvund blasting hot air all the...
Ulvund. He's been around a lot. I'll find... I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first...
Yes, according to... Said the ground trembled. He took off and...
Good place to start looking.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the card, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Bar...
My shop ain't for you, so quit loitering.
Where are you off to? It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe Errand took it down? Is that a tripwire? Whole area is rigged with tripwires.
Hey, you! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers.
It's always something.
Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Try luring them into the tripwire.
It's weak to acid.
That acid ought to hurt us.
That's the last one.
Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like.
Hey, Red! Spare a moment, will ya? I see you're a prac. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill.
So the vanguards came.
Yeah, just a bit ago. Down that bristleback. Then those scroungers showed up to. Then another bristleback ran through.
So the vanguard.
Probably. The vanguard seemed dead set on getting.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less.
Did something happen? Let me guess.
Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest and kept pressing for the Ulven discount. I said no, I can't prove it, but that chuff bucket said felt it best to put some distance between us.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? There was this one time that...
Anything.
No, lucky for me.
I should.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, did you know they have a tripcaster trial?
Maybe. So Aaron headed south. Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. Tracks. Maybe Aaron's and the vanguards. Ruin from the old world. But I could find something interesting inside. I won't work this close. Okay. let's do it.
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Aaron mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
Your vanguard.
Well, here to escort Wadis' delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks,
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
A relic. Wonder how I can get in there to get it. Can't pull that. Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin? A crate. This should be useful. I'll be calling something. What's this data say?